Phishing is when someone pretends to be a trustworthy source, like your bank, your boss, or even Netflix, trying to convince you to give up sensitive information. Things like passwords, credit card numbers, or even access to your entire company's network. Now, the name phishing comes from the idea of putting bait on the end of a hook and waiting for someone to bite. And unfortunately, a lot of people still do bite. Phishers, let's just call them criminals because that's what they are, send millions of hooks out every day. And even if just 1% of people fall for that, that's a lot of people. Now, there are lots of ways to phish people. Right now, I'm just going to talk about phishing emails. They might look official, but the sender's address won't be right. And usually one of the links goes to a fake login page that's designed to steal your password. Let me give you an example. I literally got this last night. As you can see, here's an email that looks like it's from Netflix, but it actually isn't. How do we know? If we look up in the top left-hand corner, you can see it says Netflix-Inc. That's not quite right. And if I click on it, you can see here, info 86732 at koshashi-kokoni.jp, compromised Japanese web server. So that's how you know that this is a phishing email. It isn't from netflix.com, it's from something completely different. And if we look at the email, it looks really good. They've got the logo, they've got nice fonts. At first glance, everything seems to be spelt pretty well, but if I hover over this link, you can see it goes to getresponse.com. It isn't going to netflix.com. If we look at the other links on the page, they actually do go to netflix.com for real. And that's because the bad guys know that if they put some legitimate links in here, it might actually help bypass some basic spam filters and keep this thing being delivered to people's inboxes. GetResponse.com is actually a legitimate email marketing platform. So what's happened here is the bad guys have created an account on a real platform. They've made their profile, they've added my email address to that list of recipients, and then they've hit send. So they've used a real tool that's used by businesses and people every day, and they've weaponized it against the world. Now, if you want to be unphishable like me, just ignore your emails. But realistically, we still need to use email. It's here to stay. So here are a few things to look out for. Weird or just flat out incorrect sender addresses. Urgent language. Act now or lose access. That's pressure to make you click. Spelling mistakes. Classic red flag. And links that don't go where they claim. Make sure you hover over them and check. And to stay safe, if you're unsure if it's a real email or a phishing email, just don't click on links. For me, I don't have Netflix, so that's definitely a phishing email. But if you do have Netflix, just go directly to netflix.com, log in, and I'm sure there's some sort of notification somewhere that says, please update your billing. Use multi-factor authentication, that can really help, and keep your browser and your apps up to date. Remember, if something feels off, trust your gut and double check. At the end of the day, phishing works because it preys on trust and speed. So the more you slow down and think, the harder it is for attackers to succeed. So stay sharp, stay skeptical, and don't get hooked.